Alright guys, I'm going to do a video real quick. I was going to skip this day and wait till I had some more stuff done, but this should be a good one, so stay tuned. I got a little motivation in this one. So out here, next step on the Wildcat. Customer come through, met him, really cool guy. Feel very comfortable doing beyond whatever I need to do on this job. So next step, I'm going to get all the rust off that best I can with the drill and a wire brush. I know sandblasting would be ideal. Last time I had someone take an item like this to be sandblasted, they charged them over $400. So I'm going to do this the best I can and get in all the nooks and crannies. And I'll come back on the future video, show that. I have some good primer. I want to even primer everything. I'm going to try to make it last. Now, I've looked this over real good. The rust looks horrible, yes, but usually these 60s and back, it's rusted all the way through. So you can see here real close that we still have the whole gauge of original thickness on these frames. I've checked the tension. I'm not sure about the driver's seat yet till we get it apart. They're usually worse than the passenger seat, if you can imagine why. There's always a driver in the vehicle. So I'll get this off real good, and we're ordering new foam, so we're set on that. It should have a nice feel to it once we get our foam back in here. I'm going to put a nice design on it, cover the plastic pieces. Should be a sharp seat. And now I'm working on consoles. It's a console plural. I got the small one real quick to put this radio in, and luckily I have this radio to come up and mock the rest of the console for the Wildcat. So I'll go to that next in future video and try to share a tip or two on this real quick. Front door panels, I have the back ones finished and installed. I'll end the video on those. The front I want to take and show you more of the process, since they were the worst ones. So I'll try to show you about fixing the repair again, a little more in depth on that, and some more ideas that include maybe fiberglassing the back of it for strength after the repair we do. And of course giving a nice coating of our sim paint onto the plastic. I have a lot of tips I've tried to share on these pieces. Try to share any more we can come up with. So leave me a comment on this video if something you think I missed or could possibly help you out with. Alright, so let's go to the Wildcat. Get to the dash soon. I'll try to show an in-depth video on how to fix the cracks and even cover those. I have to wait a little while for that one. So now, since the last time I showed this, I have an idea for the door panels, and I have actually begun building the console. You see the idea here. It's a two-part console. These will be individual pieces that are covered separate and pieced together. I've got angle bar that I have bent for mounts. And I have some nice shallow, heavy self-tapping bolts. Seem to hold it down pretty nice. So I've made marks in here to drill a hole through here, and I'm probably going to put a U-shaped clip here to put a screw in here on each side and right behind this connection point, so the front one shouldn't be seen. I may still put a decorative screw down here to hold this. In the meantime, I may try to think of a better idea, a cleaner look. Alright, we may lose battery life here, it's blinking. Well, there's my ideas on this one so far. The door panel real quick. One more tip before. You see, I like to mock up the panel first before or after I cover the back panels. That way I can come with a chalk magic marker and mark the line for a two-tone line. That way it matches up to the panel. And I have to do that with the door shut and the panel installed before covering. Here's a cool, it's got a little emblem out here. Thought that might be neat to add something similar in here, maybe with even more lines to look more like it. And this will be the ostrich coming down, and then yellow top stitching, which is back here if I have not showed close enough. No, I'm not scared to show my top stitching up close. It's not always perfect. I try my best. Alright. See if we can squeeze in these door panels. So one last thing I have not done to these panels is made the plastic insert for this. I'll try to share that on the front door panel video. Here they are, finished and installed. All that trim cleaned with a toothbrush. I heated them up and got them to lay a little flatter here. You can see our lines much better. I really didn't even have to use a heat gun. I set them outside in the sunlight, really hot, and I let them sit flat. So I don't know if the same effect will happen here over time. I assume they will. But for now they are pretty close to being flat again. And installing these, you have to put them in at an angle and make sure the little pin for the lock lines up with this. And then as you go to put the top in, push the lock down so the top of this lock part will clear this. It should go right in place. Alright, let's end it on that shot. Hopefully we'll be back and have quite a bit more finished. Maybe front panels and dash. That way all we have left is seats, seat belts, and installing his speakers. I may have to do a video. We have to put a double D in and modify that bezel. That may be a video all by itself. I think there's a few on YouTube already, some pretty interesting installs, so may look at those for motivation. Thanks guys, have a blessed day.